I think I see precision developmental science as understanding children's development as individuals, how development varies across kids. A lot of my research involves the home environment and variability. One of the big features of my research program is kind of combining cognitive and more kind of social, emotional, motivational approaches. And so thinking about how, the same interaction between a parent and a child is both influencing that child's cognitive development, but also how they're motivated. And so, for example, in math, which is most of what I study, parents might be helping their kid with homework, and at the same time, the child is trying, better understanding or not better understanding fractions, but they're also getting something from the parent about, whether math is fun or whether math is scary. I think one of the big questions is kind of what are the most important ingredients in children's success in math. And some of those ingredients might be cognitive. And so we could even go more specific into, how do children actually learn what counting means? The kids who already have, understood how counting works for a year by the time they get to kindergarten versus they still haven't figured it out can make a big difference. I have 2 projects, both about how children understand numbers in this kind of 3 to 5-year-old age range. So one of them I'm really excited about is called Many Numbers. So this is a multi-lab collaboration. So I'm one of the PIs, and we have gotten about 180 different developmental research labs around the world to agree to, at least in principle, to run the study. And so right now we're designing materials and making plans to roll out a big collaborative study of how children understand counting. The second project, we are interested in how kids understand the difference between number and size. We're designing kind of fun picture books that we can read with kids, but the picture books allow us to manipulate the input to see how it affects this skill. So we can design books that, for example, show lots of examples of number and size being different from each other versus examples where the larger size is also the larger number. And we can design the books to include specific kinds of math language that either emphasizes number or emphasizes size or draws these more explicit contrasts. Some of the previous research in this area has suggested that kids from lower socioeconomic status backgrounds have a particular challenge with this, and so may also particularly benefit from some of the materials we're creating. And I'm also interested in the gender piece because book reading is something that girls like just as much as boys, maybe more, in contrast to things like playing with blocks and so, or other activities. So, using book reading as a tool for math or spatial skills might be something that is a little bit more appealing to girls. I think the developmental and cognitive research going on here is really exciting, and other areas that I could connect with that I maybe haven't thought of yet. So I'm pretty excited for the new colleagues and hopefully new collaborations.